What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode, y'all. And you know I love y'all because I'm recording this video at 2:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time after the Colorado Buffaloes. They secure probably their most difficult win of the year versus in-state rival, the Colorado State Rams, and the Rams put on an excellent performance. That was a truly wonderful rivalry game. It was America's game of the week. It was the last game on television, started at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and on the East Coast, started at 10 o'clock. So everybody was locked in. This is a Saturday night. Everybody wanted to see what was going to happen with the third installation of the primetime Deion Sanders-led Colorado Buffaloes. And they come out with a victory after going through overtime. They went to two overtimes. The Colorado Buffaloes win 43-35. And y'all, a few things to get to in this game. First and foremost, definitely want to send prayers up to Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter was hit on a very, very cheap shot by Blackburn, number 11, a safety for the Colorado State Rams. He was basically running a fly route down the left side out of the field. The ball sailed over, it hit the ground, and Blackburn decided he was going to take a little bit of animus out onto Travis Hunter, of all people, and he hit him after the play was already whistled dead and hit him seemingly in the rib, kidney area. And Travis tried to play the rest of the game, but he had to be transported to a hospital. And it seems directly because of that hit. So obviously, we're praying for Travis, want him to get healthy, don't want him to be hurt, don't want him to have to suffer through any lingering issues with his body for his own sake, but then not even considering the fact that the team needs him. But most importantly, you don't want to see anybody get hurt like that. My freshman year of college, I actually hit somebody so hard in their kidney that it ruptured their kidney, and they had to get their kidney removed, and it cost them their career. And the way that he was hit, you know, your body is really interesting. If you hit someone in a certain place, you can stop their heart. Obviously, DeMar Hamlin last year, you can rupture their kidney. Just even in the rib area, like can cause like a little piercing in your lung, like all kind of stuff. Not want to speculate on anything, but this is why you don't take hits on defenseless players like this. This is why they have rules in place that if the ball is dead, you get an unsportsmanlike penalty, and he should have been thrown out of the game, but for some reason he wasn't. But because of the way he was hit, it forced him to be in so much pain they had to take him to a hospital. So obviously, praying for Travis Hunter, good kid. He has an extremely bright future. We don't want to see anything get in the way of him and his own individual success and livelihood. But y'all, this was a barn burner, and it was really a difficult game. Really, the Colorado State Rams were really the better team for a lot of this game. Braden Fowler, Nicolosi, sorry. Sorry, bro, if you watch this, man. It's not that I don't want to pronounce your name well. I haven't actually said your name out loud before, so I apologize, brother. But Braden had 34-47 with 367, 7.8 an attempt, 3 TDs, and 3 INTs. But you know what? He played a really good game. He was arguably the best quarterback that they faced this year in terms of performance for the Colorado Buffaloes. Torrey Horton also had 1-1 for 30 yards. Torrey Horton was one of the receivers that was absolutely going off today. Torrey Horton today had 16 receptions for 133 yards and 1 touchdown. Lewis Brown had 10 receptions for 131 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Holker had 6 receptions for 109 yards with 2 touchdowns. Just absolutely a great game from them offensively, and they really found their stride today. So shout out to them for even being able to put this performance together. Colorado State played really hard. And again, they made Colorado earn everything. And Colorado was a 24-point favorite going into the game. And I said on my Twitter, people asked me about it, I don't think you should have took that spread. Typically, rivalry games don't go well, especially in Colorado. And in the last several contests, the team that was ranked has lost to the unranked team multiple times in the last few appearances. This is a very difficult showdown because of the nature of how the teams play each other historically. But really get to it, Shedeur Sanders today, 38 of 47 for 348 yards, 7.4 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That was a tip ball from its own receiver. So really didn't throw an interception in terms of just throwing it directly to a defender. But y'all, he is now has crossed over 1,200 yards on the season. This would be now 10 touchdowns, I believe, on the season as well. He is absolutely a Heisman candidate. I would argue one of the 3 Heisman candidates in the NCAA right now, depending on what you want to say about Drake May and obviously Caleb Williams. But he has been excellent. He was phenomenal in the second half today. Had over 275 yards passing in the second half. Had 3 touchdowns, I believe, also in the second half and in overtime. Just a great game for him. Dylan Edwards, 10 carries for 57 yards today. Had some really timely carries today. And then receiving, Travis Hunter goes down, but Xavier Weaver, 9 receptions, 98 yards, 10.9 yards of reception for 1 touchdown. Michael Harrison, tight end, 7 receptions for 76 yards, 10.9 yards of reception for 2 touchdowns. Huge in overtime. Massive in overtime. And also massive down the stretch of that 98-yard drive. They went on their own version of the John Elway drive today, y'all, where they had 98 yards to tie the game up. They had to go get a touchdown and also get a 2-point conversion. And they did that with less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. Jimmy Horn Jr., 7 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. And then also Dawson had 5 receptions for 60 yards. Trav only had 2 for 21. But ultimately, y'all, especially once Travis went down, the DBs for the Colorado Buffaloes, they're just not where they need to be yet, not as sharp as they need to be. Deion Sanders mentioned this, and I talked about this on Twitter, but he said that, we're about 7 or 8 guys away from being where we want to be. And I think those 7 or 8 guys are all in 2, like, NFL-worthy pass rushers. Their offensive line, obviously. They need really 1 more to 2 more DBs that can be not at the level of Travis Hunter, but at least, guys that are going to get some NFL looks. And then I also do think they need a couple more explosive options at the receiving position as well, especially bigger explosive options. That way you can really put the defense in a bind. But again, the fact of the matter is that they won. They were 1-11 last year, and then now here they are, and they're 3-0, and they're going to continue to move up the standings. They were at 18 going into this game, and they're going to move up even higher after this game. They had 418 total yards. They gave up 498 total yards, and they had 70 yards rushing for only 2.8 yards a carry. But then the Colorado Rams, they were controlling the clock. The Rams had the time of possession on their side for 34 minutes and 37 seconds. The Buffaloes only had 25 minutes and 16 seconds. Well, how did they do that? The Rams ran the ball 39 times, similar to what the Eagles did versus the Minnesota Vikings the other day on Thursday Night Football. Now, they only averaged 2.6 yards a rush, but again, if you run the ball that much and you're getting first down, you're taking the clock. You're taking the ball out of Shador's hand. They did what they're supposed to do on that end. So, really good game, y'all. But again, the juggernaut of the schedule is here. The Colorado Buffaloes will play Oregon next Saturday, and then after that, they have USC in Boulder. And I will be back in town for that game. I would love to go. I'm going to see if I can find a way to get there, y'all. But really, shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. Shout out to the Colorado State Rams. The fact of the matter is they went in front of a national audience and the biggest showdown game, Rocky Mountain Showdown game in years, and put on an absolute performance on both sides of the ball. So great game for everybody. It's unfortunate that one team had to lose, but obviously, really praying for Travis Hunter that he gets healthy. Kamara also for the DN for the Colorado State Rams got thrown out of the game because of a targeting call that was legit. If you drive a quarterback into the ground and you make helmet-to-helmet contact, you will get thrown out. But he was really good, really, really good player. But, really just praying that Travis Hunter is going to be healthy and everything's going to be okay with him, y'all. But the Colorado Buffaloes are 3-0. They're going to continue to move up. They might be a top 15 team going into Oregon next week, y'all. But let me know what y'all think about the game. What are your thoughts? How did you enjoy this late night skirmish that we saw today, y'all? Hey, Swipa Gang, Mile High Sports. I'll see y'all on the other side.